It felt a lot like summer out there tonight, but the high school football season is already in the home stretch. The state tournament starts 2 weeks from tonight. Our Brad Brown has a look at one of the teams hoping to make a deep run.
We started our night in Zionsville at Covenant Christian's home field. The Warriors off to a 7-0 start for the third time in the last 5 seasons. They came back from the locker room with a 20-point lead, getting the second half kickoff, and that lead's getting bigger in a hurry. B.J. Lomax missed the last game with an injury, came back in a big way. A school record 93-yard return for the score. That was B.J.'s 4th touchdown of the game. Covenant was not done. Quarterback Austin Frazier threw 6 touchdown passes tonight. The last of those going to senior classmate Adrian Terry. The Warriors rolled 8-0 with a big win.
I think these guys have the character, they have the attitude, they have the work ethic. I'm excited to see how the season finishes. I'm excited to go through every single bit of it with them. I just love being with these guys and these coaches. They're fantastic.
Covenant closes the regular season next week against Oldenburg Academy. Dave Merritt has a look at the top-ranked team in 6A with a conference title on the line.
This contest definitely a battle of 2 halves. The first are the Lawrence North Wildcats, who went to work before most fans could even find their seats. An 8-play opening drive that ended with an Ali Richardson touchdown. The Wildcats then would continue their first half stomp as Donovan McCauley would find David Beatty across the 20-yard line for the big gang. A few plays later, McCauley to Beatty again, this time for the touchdown, and a 13-0 Wildcats lead at the half. But as I said, this was a tale of 2 halves. And the second half starred the Center Grove Trojans and their running back Carson Steele. Here he finds the end zone from 1 yard out to get Center Grove on the board as they'd still trail 13-6. Later in the third, another Center Grove drive. This time 4th and 8 when Tavon Jackson finds Gage Reese for the 8 yards and more as he'd collect 6 points as he crossed the goal line. And after an offsides penalty on the point after, Center Grove would go for 2. And Carson Steele would be there to take it in. And Center Grove would have the 14-13 lead. But Lawrence North right back knocking on the door, about to grab the lead back when McCauley's pass was intercepted by Deng Young to end that threat. Then the Carson Steele show would continue. Here he punches it in from a few yards out. He'd add another one for the TD trifecta tonight, and Center Grove would hold on to win 28-13. Dave Marin, WRTV Sports.
Another unbeaten in action, Danville making the trip to Western Boone. The team's grinding out a defensive battle for most of the first half. After an early 7-7 tie, neither was able to make much progress. Then in the final minute of the second quarter, Danville's Cale Payne gets the pass to Luke Wooten, who scoops it up before it hits the turf. That would get the Warriors going. Danville comes away with a 28-14 win as they improve to 6-0. And the Colts will head to Sunday's game at Cleveland short-handed on both sides of the ball. Darius Leonard is out for the defense. A groin injury sidelined him all week. Anthony Costanzo out for the offensive line. He'll be replaced up front by LaRaven Clark. Sunday's game is a late kick starting at 4:25. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.